Now I'll show you how to make the caramelized pineapple, which will be used as a filling. So here I have the fresh pineapple. I'll peel it first, then we'll cut it into small cubes, and then we'll show you the process. So first, I remove the top. Then I cut the top and bottom part like this. Then I'll flip the pineapple like this and remove the skin on the sides. Now I'll cut the pineapple in half like this. Then I'll cut it in half like this as well. Now I'll remove this part of the pineapple. So now it will be easy for me to remove the core. This part of the pineapple is hard. It is not edible, so I'll remove it like this. Now I'll cut the pineapple this way into about 1 centimeter thick slices. Now I'll cut each slice of the pineapple into little cubes. The thickness has to be about 1 centimeter. Basically, it will be a cube 1 by 1 centimeter. So I'll take it like this. So here are the cubes. They should be approximately like this. There is no need to make them super uniform because they'll be in the center of the macaron. You won't notice them. They have to be not very small so that you easily detect them when you eat the product. So do not cut them too small. And at the same time, they should not be too big, otherwise it will be difficult for you to bite into the macaron. Okay, so now the pineapple is ready. It's already cut. Here I have it. Here's the sugar and the coconut oil. I'll use these two ingredients to make the caramel. First, I'll put the sugar in the saucepan and we'll prepare the dry caramel. I'll caramelize the sugar on medium heat until amber color, uniform, beautiful. There is no need to go too dark, otherwise the caramel will turn bitter. However, if the caramel is too light, you will not have enough caramel flavor in the pineapple. So you can check the temperature of the caramel. It has to be about 180, 185, but I prefer observing the color of the caramel. It has to be amber. I'll show you how to determine when it is done. I'll show you how it should look like. And then when the caramel is ready, I'll be adding the pineapple and the coconut oil. Adding the coconut oil will just enhance the overall flavor of the macaron. But what is important to mention, I'm using the natural extra virgin coconut oil so that the flavor is good. You can also use deodorized coconut oil. You can use regular butter instead of oil and the flavor will be really good too. So if you don't want to use coconut oil, if you cannot find it, no problem. Any fat will work. So first, as mentioned, I'll put the sugar in a saucepan. And I'll start warming up the sugar at medium heat until it melts and turns into a beautiful caramel. In several minutes, the sugar is completely melted. The color is almost there. I'll show you how it looks like now. As you can see, the color is beautiful, even, and amber. It is perfect. Perfect. I always recommend checking the doneness of the caramel on something white, like on this spatula, for example. You can also put a drop of caramel on parchment paper to see the shade of caramel. It has to be like this, not too dark and not too light. Perfect. So now I'll add the coconut oil and the pineapple into the caramel. Now, after the addition of the pineapple to the caramel, some sugar has crystallized because the pineapple was cold, it contains no fat. Now, I'll need to cook everything for a few minutes until the sugar, the caramel melts and all the liquid from the pineapple evaporates. It will take about 3 to 5 minutes at medium heat. In about 5 minutes, all the liquid has evaporated. The pineapple turned golden in color and really beautiful, almost transparent. Perfect. Now, I'll stop the heat and we'll transfer the pineapple into the sifter to let the excess juices drain. And then I'll use this pineapple to fill the macarons. So now I put the pineapples in the strainer. And I leave them like this at room temperature for about 30 minutes to 1 hour until the pineapple cools down completely and all the juices drain. And then I'll be able to use the pineapple as a filling for the macarons. Obviously, this recipe is basic. You can flavor the pineapple with some spices, you can add vanilla, you can add alcohol, you can add citrus zest, lime, lemon, orange, whatever. In this case, I'm using plain pineapple with nothing added because we have a whole exotic cocktail of different purees, so that extra flavors will just be not reasonable.